when people drink alcohol, they react like they've been drinking alcohol. So whatever the hell was in my cup, the only reaction I did was got more popular, more successful, did a lot more things that I've ever done, picked up a guitar, learned how to play it, learned how to put on the auto-tunes and stretch my voice, and became #1 in the country with everything I've ever dropped. I probably should pick that cup back up.
You know, today was a pretty decent day until I saw this footage of Lil Wayne. This interview that he did with Westwood. Now, taking heed, I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, well, that was years ago. Lil Wayne has matured and blah, 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 blah. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Don't give me that BS. No, he hasn't. This man just said, and yo, listen, when you're young, and he wasn't that young in that video, but when you're young, you say a lot of dumb stuff. You say a lot of dumb stuff. But this one right here takes the icing off the cake. This man basically said that the lean made him more creative. In all actuality, smarter. And I know what y'all about to say. You're gonna be on some scientific mess like, mushrooms do this and da-da-da and acid and blah, 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 and this and that and so forth. Okay, cool. That's I get that, all of that mess. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it has an effect on your brain. It eats away your brain. These psychedelic drugs that you're talking about literally kills you if you continue to indulge. Let me ask you this question. Did you have to smoke crack in the first grade in order to pass the test? Because this is what Lil Wayne is basically telling the children. Like, yo, in order for me to get good grades, I need to smoke some crack. I need to drink some lean. That's what I need to do. In order for me to be the smartest person on the planet, I gotta pop Xanax pills, I gotta drink cough syrup, I gotta smoke weed and sniff coke, and I guarantee that I'll be the smartest person on earth. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me what he said. That he was on 60 Minutes basically because of the lean. No, man. You're messed up in the head. See, this is the thing. We don't need rappers to represent the black race, because this is what they do. They embarrass the hell out of us. Every time. This is the same man that said, all lives matter. This is the same man that said he doesn't see racism. Just because you don't see it, idiot, that doesn't mean that everybody else is lying. It may be that you're blind. I hate it when people do that. I hate it when people do this, like for example, what Lil Wayne said. Well, I never experienced racism. That's you. That's you, man. That's your experience. That's not mine. That's not the many others that have been through racism. So these people, like Kanye West, Lil Wayne, why are we still listening to these guys? Why? I seen Lil Wayne the last what is he at? Tucci, the podcast. The man looked like an old lady. An old lady, hair falling out in the front. Like, come on, man. It's obvious that the drugs have deteriorated you. Let me tell you something, you young people out there, right? Let me tell you something. If you want to know what drugs does to you in the near future, when you get older, just look at the average rapper. Look at the average rapper. Look at the legends as well. I mean, Nas still looks fairly young. So you know he's not really smoking blunts every day, all day. But then you look at other rappers and you see them grade up. I seen DMX versus Snoop Dogg. I looked at DMX and I was stunned. It's no disrespect to him. He's a hell of an artist. But he did said is he known? It's a known thing that he smoked crack. He doesn't do it anymore, but he used to do it. So the drugs doesn't affect you when you in your 20s, when you in your early 30s. It creeps up on you when you get into your 40s and 50s. And when it hits you at 40 and 50, you tell a person, yo, I'm 45 years old. And the person look at you like, what? Man, I thought you was 68. This man said he said I need to pick the cup back up. No, you don't, Wayne. You had, what was it, 2 strokes? Rick Ross had one too. It was either 2, I think it was 2 heart attacks. No, you don't need to put the lean down. You need to put the weed, the lean, the weed, if you smoke cigarettes, all of that down. And you need to pick up a bottle of water. That's what you need to be drinking from now on. When we see those double-sized cups, them double cups, you doubling up on the cups, when we see those, it should be water in them. Because we have seen what the lean has done to you. What did it say on Lean On Me? It eats your brains. It eats your brains. This man literally said, I need to pick the cup back up again. And prior to that, explaining to people how he picked up the guitar and he did this and he got these awards and he was on 60 Minutes. Maybe it wasn't the lean, man. Maybe it was just you. And maybe if you put it down, there's no telling how higher up you can go. I'm tired of these artists saying that BS. I used to be one of them. I used to make those excuses of getting drunk and getting high to the point where it affected my craft as an author. Yo, I wrote my first book drunk. I'm not lying. I used to get drunk every day. Every day. When I had money, my choice of beer was Heineken or Guinness Stout or Red Stripe. When I was broke, it was that nasty Ice House and Budweiser. But when I really was doing, straight or whatever, I could go to the liquor store, I could get me, some Puerto Rican brown rum or white. Give me some Easy Jesus, some Henny. And I used to drink every day, smoke cigarettes every day. And I'm telling you, I quit. And I was reading my work and I'm like, yo, this sounds like a drunk wrote it. I'm not lying. This sounds like an alcohol wrote it. And my first book, I had to rewrite all over again. And I said to myself that particular day that I would never drink or do any type of drugs while I'm being creative. And guess what? I broke those rules on a couple of YouTube videos that I did a couple of years. So if you were really a fan of my work and you really were looking at my videos like that for years, I know a couple of videos you were like, yo man, he kind of slurring and he ain't kind of making, he ain't putting the words together. I was drunk. So I haven't done it as of lately. I haven't done it in years. Stop it. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop it with that, the weed opens up the chambers of the brain and this and that. So if that's the case, you should have been born with a blunt in your mouth. You should have had a blunt by your ear. You claim that the drugs do all of these things, but I don't see no intellectual, a highly intellectual person. I don't see professors. I don't see doctors and lawyers, people that have to study upon years, law, or in a medical field, medicine. I don't see them saying, hold on. Before I read, before I study, before I perform open heart surgery on this guy, let me get high. Let me drink the lean. The same lean that Lil Wayne said that he needs to pick back up, because while he was drinking the lean, he learned how to play guitar. I don't see no intellectuals saying that. I don't see no professors saying, yo, I need to pick up I need to pick up a bad habit. I need to start smoking crack. I've never seen or heard about no smart crackhead ever in my life. And I know when a person's on shrooms. I know when a person's on acid, because they don't respond right. If anything, drugs slows you down. That's the reason why if I do drink, it's late at night when everybody's asleep, and it's mellowing me down. I don't drink beer anymore. I don't drink hard liquor. I just drink wine. And it's like, yo, I'm not doing anything, because I know whatever I do under the influence, that it may affect my performance. I don't see no athlete saying, I don't see LeBron saying before he plays for the NBA championship, yo, hold on, dog, I gotta go in here and drink some lean and smoke a blunt. I never heard of that. Let me say this before y'all get in the comment section and get, buck wild or whatever, right? If you get in the comment section and try to justify it and say this and that and make excuses and say drugs does do blah, 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 let me tell you something. Before you do it, I'm going to call you a drug head. I'm going to say that this guy, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to say this guy is a crackhead. Literally. Do you understand what a crackhead is? Do you know what the term means? The term means somebody click and your head is cracked and the brain matter has oozed out of your head. And either the cerebellum, the cerebrum, or the medulla is missing. One of those parts of your brain is missing. If you're gonna get in the comment section and try to explain to us that drugs makes you smarter, drugs makes you perform better, if that's the case, why is it that I just seen on the news that a white lady, hit a black man and killed him? Guess what she was under the influence of? Alcohol. According to you, that try to justify that drugs makes you a highly intellectual person, it opens up the chambers of your brain or whatever have you, and alcohol is a drug. She should have been driving perfectly. But she didn't. And that young man died. Don't listen to these dumb ass rappers. Don't. Because you're gonna see that pretty soon Lil Wayne is gonna be out of here if he doesn't stop what he's doing. My name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video.